Will John get Duke to the championship this year? Hey, we questioning the title run after 2 losses.
You know how it is. You know they're coming in hot now. All right. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's wild. After 2 losses, bro. Because if Cameron Booth would have hit that shot, you know what I'm saying? Well, they still Seth ended up hitting the three, so you know what I mean. I don't know if everything would have been gone. I really, honestly, don't even understand. I have to go back and rewatch and see what happened. But whole weak side was deserted. Honestly, I have no clue why. You know, no clue why. But Shorty hit it though. You gotta hit that shot regardless. Like you know what I mean. As wide open as it was, it still don't make it that much of a like that easy of a shot. Man,
Yeah.
salute to him. He hit it, bro. I hate using the word red, but geez, one. Hey, bro, that foul total is. I honestly did not know that they only committed 7 fouls the whole game. That makes zero sense.
We'll talk about that. Oh, found the stats. Shout out to Zach for sending me those stats because my link wasn't working.
Yeah.
We'll let people come in. We're gonna let people come in, fill up the comments, say what you want to say. Say what you want to say.
That's crazy, bro.
We have a lot of calls today.
I know. I know them calls is gonna be in abundance today, boy. Know them calls was coming crazy. My wife was trying to get me to wear a UNC bracelet. Like she got this little rubber band UNC bracelet up here.
Nah.
Because supposedly we were supposed to make a bet that she backed out on because I wanted her to wear this GTAC hoodie. And she was like, I'm not putting that on. So I was like, well, if you're not putting that on, bet is off. But
Someone said open the phone. Listen.
let me
If
air
you
it
want to
out.
make
Y'all hot, huh?
if you want to make a call before we start the show, I'll give you the link. Y'all know the link.
Wait, the
Speakpipe,
UNC student throw a water bottle? They going crazy in the comments.
speakpipe.com/crazycast. Call in, record. Yeah, you know it's about to be that type of a show when Russ has not said a damn word and not even yeah.
We're saving the rant. You got a rant cooked up for us.
My fault. My fault,
I'm,
man.
I'm gonna start even. I'm just going. When we start this show, I'm just gonna pass
Russ
it to
got a
Russ,
rant cook.
man.
Let Russ
Clear
cook
out.
today, man. Russ
ISO,
cooking today.
ISO,
Let's go.
ISO.
Let's go.
Let me hear.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro, I feel y'all in these comments too, man, talking about the rest. I'm glad y'all saying it. I ain't want to be like, I ain't want to say nothing about it, bro, but
and one more time, the link. Keep on asking for the link. The link is right here. Speakpipe.com/crazycast. You can also go to my Twitter page. It's also there if you want to just click the hyperlink. But it's pretty simple link to type in. So all right, let's hop into things. Where's the intro?
The three of you guys, man, thank you for what you guys do, and appreciate you guys having me on.
We were trying not to score him. Everything was about 33s or something.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of felt that. We kind of feed off that energy.
This place is amazing. Like I really love Duke, and I love the atmosphere I'm in here.
Mark Williams, beast mode. Paolo first half, he had the cramping stuff. Fair enough. Beast mode.
Welcome back to the Crazy Cast. We are here after a tough defeat, a game-winning 3. Duke led for 39 minutes and 59 seconds. Happens. It's the rivalry. This is why this is the best rivalry in college sports. Unfortunately, we're on the wrong side of it. We have a lot to talk about. A lot to break down, a lot to review after. We'll play some clips. We'll play some calls. We'll hopefully we'll get to everybody's calls today because the calls there's a lot. But yeah, fellas, I'm here with Jamahl, Russ. I'm just gonna ISO this one to Russ to start us off because before the show, Russ hasn't said he's been dead silent, hasn't said a word. Stone cold face. It looked like he's about to punch someone if someone walked in the room. So I'm gonna pass it to my boy Russ, man. Start us off, man. What are your initial thoughts after this loss?
I mean, I don't have many thoughts. I mean, they made their big shots. If you make big shots, you win the game. I don't have any problem with anything Duke did. I just don't have any problem with anything Duke did all game. I thought they played really well. I thought they played well throughout. Even those possessions at the end, people want to nitpick them because they missed. Evans got a good look. There's a lot of contact, no call. It happens. Boozer gets at least one really good look, including the last one. A lot of contact, no call. It happens. But you still have to take those shots. Whether they're going to call the foul or not is not up to you, but you still draw up the play that is going to put you in the best position to succeed. And I thought they did that. I guess, Pat going out when he did and basically not playing at all in the second half, other than the first couple of minutes, was always going to put Duke at a bit of a disadvantage. Maybe they could have thrown some defensive wrinkles in there. I guess you could talk about that or question that maybe. Other than that, I have no problem with the way Duke played. I thought that Duke played a really good game plan. But they made their big shots, and that happens. Shire has to stop going iso ball at the end of the game. Yeah. Give Cam Boozer a layup right at the rim. What a terrible shot. What an awful shot. What a terrible shot attempt. A seven footer with his hand on the shoulder, pulling him down, causing him to miss it. No call. Fair enough. Maybe you don't get the call. Sometimes you don't get the call. But you take that shot attempt 10 times out of 10. I think it's ridiculous to suggest otherwise, frankly. So
I like how you started this. I like how you started this, Russ.
I knew he was gonna be cooking because he was live, bro.
Everybody knows I'm the first guy normally. Like if I think there's a problem with some way that Duke approached a game or like the energy level or like the plan or anything else, like Zion, I'm the first guy to say, hey, there was a game tape problem, there was a prep problem, there was a whatever, right? Like I have no problem talking about that if I thought that was the case. I don't think that was the case. I thought that Duke played really well. Didn't get, some calls. That happens on the road, lost a key player. What are you going to do? They start attacking, Malik and Cam because they also were in foul trouble. They got some really good looks very close to the rim, because they were just, able to back our guys down because we didn't want to keep committing more fouls. Fair enough. I thought we played well enough to win. We just didn't win. Happens. But I have no problem with anything that Duke did in this game. You could nitpick a foul, one or two of Pat's fouls. I didn't think they were smart, but, normally
one of them was not a foul. One of them was not a foul.
That doesn't also that doesn't affect the game at the end of the day, really. Like if I was going to nitpick a shot, right, a shot attempt that I didn't like, or like a foul call, or something like that, those individual things, I don't think they affect the game. I thought that Duke played well enough to win and just didn't win, and I have no problem with anything that Duke did down the stretch. All those misses on offense, there's a lot of contact, no call. That happens. I have no problem with any of it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jamahl. Jump in.
Honestly, I knew I've been a Duke fan a long time, yo. I know how it goes with a lot of these fans. I figured a lot of people would just kind of be doom and gloom and the sky's falling. But truth of the matter is, the game was just even, like all these rivalry games are, with last year's two results, like being the exclusive part, like exclude those two, the one in Cameron and the one in Chapel Hill. The one in the ACC tournament was more like it was 41-29 what we won in the first half. They won 42-27 in the second half. Like I was saying before we got on, it was like nip and tuck, bro. They just got the last shot. They credit to Seth for making the shot, bro. He was wide open, but that's a hard shot to make with the pressure of the rivalry and everything. He hit the shot. Congrats. Like Russ said, I don't really have a problem with nothing we did. This wasn't a schematic problem. Like it was an issue. Like the shots that Caleb Wilson hit, honest to God, bro, was some of the toughest shots I've ever seen in my life. I hoop like I've
He made
hooted and I played
he made his shots. You
he
got to give it when a
made
guy makes
some
his
of the
shots.
toughest shots, bro. Like, what can we do about him hitting shots like that? Like, you know what I mean? Credit to him. And it cooled off in the second half. Like, first half, he
6
just
points,
played
second
out
half,
of his
6
mind.
points.
Yeah, he played out of his mind first half. And Vasar, like Russ said, honestly, bro, Pat playing 16 minutes hurt us because of the length that Ngongba has. That's why Vasar went pretty much what Caleb Wilson was in the second half. Once we had to resort to guarding him with 2-6-9 guys. Vasar is a legit 7-1, 7-2, bro. Like that length matters. Patrick's length matters. And with that length not being there, I mean, salute to him. He took the advantage of the matchup, and he, like I said, I don't care how much of an advantageous position you're in, you still got to make the plays. You still got to make them. You still have to make the plays, and they went out there and made the plays. So you know, what I mean, this is not one of those like we have problems. No, I'm not out on this team as championship contenders. No, I'm not out. And I see the Isaiah Evans comment about him being overrated. I had no problem with Slim. Got good shots. He didn't make all of the shots. He dropped 4 for 14 today. Started out pretty well. You know what I mean? But I'm not really concerned with what he did or didn't do, like from a level of him being overrated and not. Like he just missed some of the shots that he took. They didn't miss a lot of the shots that they took, especially like credit to Seth and credit to Caleb, bro. Like they played like Warriors, kept him in the game, and with everything going as bad as it possibly could go from us or for us from a standpoint of foul trouble, it took Boozer a while, similar to like what it was against Texas to get going. We were still up the entire game. Like, and this is another instance there where Duke lost the game. Credit to the team for making the plays, but I don't think Duke got outplayed this game. Now, do I wish the result would have been better? Of course. But I mean, y'all calm down because if Cam Boozer would have hit that shot, bro, now I wouldn't be saying none of this. And it would have still been just as close of a game. You know what I mean? We just lost. They had the possession at the very end. I mean, they gave us like 0.4. They went back and gave us 0.4, which is pointless. I mean, I get why they did it, but, you know, they just had the ball last. It is what it is, man. We'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the comments. I've ignored a lot of my mentions because you know my mentions blow up after Duke losses, but I already assume there's a lot of blame on John Shire, obviously. You know,
Duke got outcoached. That's the first one I seen. As soon as you
oh
said
wow, look right there. I didn't even see
Duke
that
got
comment.
outcoached. It's
I
crazy,
did
bro.
not even see that comment, and it said Duke got outcoached.
Duke got outcoached is crazy. Like that's nuts.
I just don't think that's being realistic. Like if we look at a game we led for 39 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yeah.
There had to be someone
14 minutes, played 14 minutes in the second half without the key to our defense on the inside.
Pretty much. And like Jamahl said, Pat Ngongba was big as a better matchup for Vasar. And once you kind of put him at 3 and then you put him at 4, when Pat gets in foul trouble, he doesn't play as aggressive. And his fifth fouls are usually dumb fouls. The over the back.
The last one was, oh my God,
that
bro.
was a dumb foul.
He had to let that go. He's got to let that go.
But like, it's just with this fan base, I know it's just like a continuous talking point. Like, oh, it's Shire that we blew this game. No, I think Cam's number one. Cam, even through that contact, he should have made that last shot, and that's a great play call. Mm-hmm. That's a great play call. Get Cam going downhill against a big. He got Vasar into the air off balance, and he didn't hit the shot. He got some contact.
What do people want? What did people want?
I don't even know what you would prefer at that rate, especially when the same people in the comments are saying Isaiah Evans was taking all bad shots. So do you want Isaiah Evans to take that shot? I'm fine with Cam Boozer taking that shot every time, 10 times out of 10 times out of 10. I just don't understand like how we're as a fan base continuously go to the route of saying, oh, you know, Shire can't close games. That really bothers me because it's just like you didn't watch the game. Duke had one drawn foul the whole half. I do not want to go the route of blaming refs, but we're looking at a lot of unrealistic outliers that lost them the game.
Right.
Pat Ngongba was not on the floor. He played 16 minutes. How many times has that happened this season? Cam Boozer drawing early foul trouble. We've said on this podcast how many times Cam Boozer is averages like 1.7 fouls per game.
He has one of the lowest fouls committed rates in the country for a player who plays as many minutes as he does. Yes,
correct. Malik Brown, he was in early foul trouble. You had all these variables that aren't usually normal for Duke, and we've seen in 23 games, 24 games now, and it happened tonight. It happened, and you know the foul trouble was expected. We've said many times on this podcast for years that the Carolina game at Chapel Hill is usually going to go in the favor of Carolina in terms of fouls.
Just as the Duke one goes in the
about one
favor
of
of
these
Duke.
comments.
Just as the Duke one goes in the favor of Duke. Home teams get advantage. They always do. Every home team anywhere in the country is going to get advantage at home. That's not like saying like, oh, you know, whatever. That is just reality. Duke will have an advantage in March when they come to Cameron. It's just reality.
I just saw a comment about somebody asking why didn't John run the same inverted pick and roll with Isaiah setting the screen, because y'all do realize Seth Trimble was the one guarding Isaiah.
Boozer got a layup attempt. I swear to Christ, this is
he really did.
It's not even about we got the play we wanted.
Exactly. The other thing, Zion, that I know, not to cut you off, but the other thing about the foul situation, again, like fouls aren't why. How do I say this diplomatically? Look, when a player has another player hit them when you take a shot attempt, it makes it harder to make that shot. Whether they call that a foul or whether they don't call that a foul is not up to you. But what you're supposed to do as an offense is try to get the best possible looks for your offensive players. And so towards the end of the game, we got some very good looks. Contact, no call, fair enough, that happens. But we can't pretend like, oh, but you just have to make it anyway. You just have to make that anyway. Like, what does that mean? Like, you have a 7'1" guy pulling down on your shoulder while you're trying to make a layup. You do that. You try that. You know what I mean? Like, Cam Boozer is one of the strongest guys in the ACC, you know, but there are human things at play here. You know, like, so again, I don't think any one foul call or one not foul call is what lost Duke the game. But like, when you're nitpicking the offense as a Duke fan in particular, I don't really care what UNC fans have to say about Duke's offense. If you're a Duke fan nitpicking Duke's offense down the stretch of this game, you have to ask yourself, well, look at each of these individual plays. Was there contact? Was it a good look? And it was just through contact, and so it didn't get made. And there were a number of those, right?
Even let's remove the last play, because right now we're even harping on the last play. The amount of times there were so many game changers of plays that weren't completed by us there was a Caleb 3 that went halfway down that I think would have pushed our lead back to 9.
I remember that.
There was an Isaiah 3, I think, up maybe 4.
With the wide open off the inbound.
Very close. Very
went
close.
Halfway down, popped out. Like everything that could go against us went against us in the second half. And sure, that's basketball, like for sure. Carolina made great plays as well. They made their plays down the stretch. But I don't think this was a matter of lack of execution. Like, at least from a game plan perspective. We got a lot of shots we liked, even down the stretch. Cam Boozer, this was not his best game. Let's be real. Even without getting the foul trouble, without getting the foul calls, he had one of those games where he just wasn't hitting shots he normally hits. There was some finishes he had at the rim that you give it to him again 9 times out of 10 he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know, I personally I watched Seth Trimble hit the 3,
Can't believe
and I said, okay. I said, okay, we lost. Like I wasn't mad. I wasn't like I was like, we lost.
I knew it was going in. I knew it was going
too,
in.
bro. I
The
did
second
too.
the pass, the second before he took the shot, when I
When
saw
I saw
the pass,
skip, I knew it was going in. As soon as I saw the
yeah,
skip
because the
pass.
2 previous threes had gone in. It's just one of those things, man. I mean, like, it's just one of those things in the rivalry. If you give a guy a wide open look like that, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He made a great shot.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this takes nothing away. Like, Caleb Wilson made so many tough shots in the first half. There were some tough shots made in the second half. Duke didn't make their tough shots. Again, I think there were reasons for some of those misses. And then some of them were just rattled out really close shots. But in terms of like the shots that we got, did I like them? Yes. In terms of the defense that we played, generally speaking, with again, maybe that one exception of like once it was very clear what their plan was after Pat had 5, do we try to throw a wrinkle in there? Maybe.
I would have loved
but
to see us
also
play zone. I'm not gonna hold you.
but we were still, but the problem there though, which I understand too, is like Pat in the zone. If we don't have Pat out there, then our defense, Malik is not the defensive rebounder
You're right about
that Pat is. And so then we're giving them real opportunity to grab offensive rebounds. Do I think we still could have maybe tried a wrinkle in there? Maybe.
I would have liked to see it because like
I would have liked to have seen it too, but again, we were in position to win the game regardless.
Exactly.
And
that's all you can ask for, bro. Like it sucks, man. Okay, we get it. Everybody that's a Duke fan is upset about this loss. We don't ever want to lose. We don't ever want to lose to the rivalry. But honestly, bro, we knew we weren't gonna run this table. As long as we show up in these games and like I would much rather us be thinking about, man, we blew this, we blew that, than this team just really just came out here and just flat out beat us, bro. Like we were with everything stacked up against us, we were still in the best position to win this basketball game. And I'll take that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You don't want to like, I would, of course, if this is in March or April and it's the ladder, you don't want to take a moral victory like that. But like February, bro, like it is what it is. This is the second loss of 22 games
of the season, man.
This is the second loss in 22 games, yo. We are fine. It's okay.
And even like more of a, I mean, it is like we scored 0 points the last 2 minutes, 51 seconds.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. And they scored 9. Their efficiency in the second half was what I would flag. But at the same time, with how their guards were playing the whole game, Derek Dixon was selling the whole game. Like Kyan Evans,
3 minutes, bro. He just played.
Was selling the whole game. Last 3 minutes, they turned up. Sometimes you just gotta tip your cap because, like, you look at the second half's numbers. These are ridiculous numbers. They shot 60% from the field, 71% from
but look at that though. 5 of 6 from Henry when Pat was not in the game. Right.
6 or 7.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I meant just from 2. But yeah, like you know what I mean. Like if you take that 5 of 6. And take away a couple of those baskets. I like if Pat's in there for even like 3 more minutes, I just don't think that it's that big a deal. Like I you know what I mean? Like so again, it's hard for me to get too bent out of shape when like we were in a very strange set of circumstances. And like what are you gonna do different? I mean,
I can't coach big games.
Like this is what for everybody that's saying. I don't even know if it's troll. It could be a troll, but for everyone in the comments that's saying. Why? Tell me why. Don't say the statement. Tell me why.
Because they lost. Don't you see? Because the shot didn't go in. You see?
Okay, I see this. The losses look the same, and I get
that's the only reason.
I can that seems pretty sensible. Let's harp on that for a second because the losses look the same. So it's a theme in the way that Duke loses, and that's what it seemed like. That's what Duke fans are upset about. But once again. What would you rather have, bro? Would you rather see us lose a game where we losing by 10 and 14, 15 points, or where a game where we literally have a chance to win it at the end and it just doesn't go our way, which happens sometimes, but rarely happens to us. We don't lose a lot of games, yo. Y'all act like we out here, John is losing 6-7 games every single year like this. Like, what are y'all?
If Dame Sar has didn't trim his toenails, then they have to foul it with 30 seconds left instead of us running a play.
That's very true.
And then it becomes a shooting contest. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's true. That's so true.
There are so many weird little things, man. Like,
that's so true.
I'm so not like.
I'm not.
The only thing I'm bent out of shape about, frankly, is the response from Duke fans. Like from some Duke fans. That's the only thing that's bending me out of shape right now. And again, I'm normally the person people get mad at me for being too critical. Yeah. Like, this is not a game where I'm inclined to get critical. Like, this is a game in which I thought we played well. We just lost.
Man, I'm with you. I'm not bent out of shape about the loss. What I'm bent out of shape about is them. I don't want them to get like any type of joy. But other than that, man, like I said last week, no, we don't ever want to lose, but y'all stop acting like you ain't ever seen Duke lose to North Carolina before, bro. This is not like a rare occurrence to you. None of y'all Duke fans. This happens, bro. This is why this is the best rivalry in sports, because it's always this even. No matter what a team brings, no matter what you think a team has as far as deficiency roster-wise, every single time they line up and play, the games go exactly how they went tonight. You know what I mean? It is.
Bro, Oscar. Hold on, find that Oscar comment. Where is it? I'm gonna pull this shit up because I'm getting mad now.
Russ, let him have it.
It wasn't to make the foul happen. It was to get our best player a shot from 10 inches away from the fucking rim.
Not even just
I
that.
can't understand. You know what I mean? This is so ridiculous.
Not even just that. If you are running a play where if you want to ISO, for people that don't really understand basketball and how schemes work and stuff like that, if you're running a play for your best player, 9 times out of 10, any coach that has the dominant player, if you got a chance to win a game, you're gonna run a play for your best player to get an ISO, to get him isolated on a matchup in which he feels like he could take. They purposely got the switch to get Vesar in space. We got what we wanted. He missed the shot. He took Vesar. It worked. It worked. He got the matchup he wanted, took Vesar to the cup, just missed the shot that he's made all season, bro. Like, what did y'all own? Like what do y'all own, bro? Like, I mean, I didn't even upset.
I didn't even think we were getting tough shots. Like the shots weren't even that bad. There was a 3 or 2. There was a 3 or 2 that rimmed out. There were a couple of shots that were right there that there was a lot of contact, no call. I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, also the other thing that's been killing me too. UNC's not bad. Like, this is insane. I know that this is like an easy, fun, like Duke comment, like UNC sucks. Like, UNC's probably like a 4 seed or a 5 seed, right? Like, they are not bad, and they were at home, and it's hard to win when UNC is bad. It's hard to win rivalry games. Like, this UNC team is not bad. Like,
we consistently say, like, this is, we've been consistent with this for the past 5-6 years. We've been doing this. The rivalry is never about who's better, about records, bad.
Never about who's better. It's never about who's better.
Who shows up that night. And for 39 minutes, Duke showed up. No, let's say 37 minutes. Duke showed up and dominated this game.
I mean, even with that, they didn't get the lead literally until the very end of the game.
Yeah.
This crossed my mind, honestly. Why didn't we go 2 for 1? It crossed my mind until Cam Boozer got a layup attempt at the rim. I mean, you know what I mean? Like that, you know, like what do we want to do with 38 left? You know, it's a tie game. Let's play it out. I mean, maybe if we get a wide open look 3 seconds into inbounding the ball, right? Or like getting the ball there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you have something that's like naked, right? Just like completely wide open, maybe. But like even then, you're going to give them a chance to run the clock down to what? Like 8 seconds left, 5 seconds left. Our tallest player is not on the court anymore. They have they have height advantage at, you know, the most important position for rebounds. I don't know, man. Like I get it. That did cross my mind when he started dribbling the ball. I get it. But then They got the switch they wanted. They got the look they wanted. There was contact, no
100%.
call.
Everything worked except for the shot didn't go in. They got everything they wanted on that play,
Everything worked
except for the ball to go in. That's it.
But I don't even want to keep on harping on the last play. Definitely, a couple things that broke me from this loss that I'm maybe hurt about. Dame Sarr, we wasted a Dame Sarr masterclass.
Didn't waste
I'm
it.
so
Didn't
proud
waste
of
it if he
Dame,
keeps
man.
it up, man. Didn't waste it if he keeps it up.
Dame was amazing, bro. He was amazing today.
Shout out to Dame
He was
Sarr.
amazing today.
Caleb played great today. I love what I saw from Caleb.
The misspelled would of is the cherry on top of that one. You know what I mean?
Stop giving this guy. Get this guy off the screen, bro. Stop putting this comments.
All right, that's funny. I'm gonna give that. That's pretty funny. I like that. That was funny.
I will say, Nick, I tweeted it, and it was no ill intent behind it. Nick, if your people are watching, but I was right. Like
after that shot,
I was like, brother, you can't play in this game. No. Yeah, I saw Cam Boozer, who was on. I think it was
that's
Dixon
a play right there. Like I'm not like really like those plays like that are the difference in close games. It's not like simply getting the ball to Cam Boozer when he had a mismatch. It was one of the guards. I can't remember exactly which one, but he had a complete mismatch. And Nick was just like, nope, my time to shine in the rivalry. Let it fly. Like, you know what I mean?
But no way.
It's
not for you.
It was too. He's a freshman. He's a freshman.
Yeah, I'm not faulting.
We've talked about it before. He's a freshman. I think he's a really good player going forward tonight. Yeah. It was kind of clear he seemed a little sped up, and we just can't afford that in a game like this. Did we want to talk about like all of this ridiculousness that was happening before the game? Okay, good.
No, that stuff is stuff if we win. But shout out to Caleb Wilson though, because I mean.
It's also not true.
Right.
Not true at all.
Like everyone said, like you can't be mad at the way you defended him. Shire said after the first half, like he's hitting tough shots. You before the game, we all said, what do we want Caleb Wilson to do? Take jumpers.
Tough shots. Yeah.
Take his tough fadeaways, his turnaround jumpers, his threes. He wasn't shooting he's shooting like 20-something% from three this year. Yeah. Like he hit it. That's a gamer. He's a gamer, and you got to respect that. You know, that's not, but, you know, odds are it don't happen again. But,
because he was playing out of his mind, and they were down at the half by double figures. And that's all I just kept saying. Like, he can't play no better than what he's playing right now. You know what I mean? And that's a little disappointing, the fact that we took his best punch pretty much and then capitalized on a window where we had them down
we took his best punch. We took his best punch, and we should have won the game.
You know, we 100% should have won it, but I mean, it is what it is, y'all. Like, it's
we got to jump into the Shire post game, the court storming. That was so lame, bro. Like I'm not even being like a Duke homer. I know there are a lot of UNC fans in this chat right now, but as a program established where this rivalry is, the amount of game-winning shots there's been in this rivalry. Like, come on. We storming the court. Man. As a 14th ranked team, as one of the best teams. I will respect UNC as the second best team in this conference. Like, come on.
I'll say this, though. It was a little lame, but on the strength of people outside of these two fan bases who seem to not understand how important this rivalry is, that is an example. That is an example right there how important this rivalry is to these fan bases. Like, you know what I mean? Yes, it was like, come on, bro. Y'all acting like y'all are Boston College and you just beat Duke at the buzzer. Like, you know what I mean? But now, like I said,
wait, hold on. Let me just say, if on a buzzer beater, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad when it's a buzzer beater, but the floor and then they did it again.
Doing it again was crazy.
After I turned it,
doing it again was the crazy part.
Got everybody off and then restormed the court.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Restormed
overly
it.
late.
Yeah.
That's overly
The
late.
first one, I was like, you know what, buzzer beater, you won.
Yeah.
Like,
And the
I
emotion,
don't think
everybody
UNC
running out there and the
scored.
emotion of it. Yeah, I feel that. But
Yeah,
that's overly
Yeah,
lame.
like
I
if
didn't even know
it's
that.
yeah, and like Duke is a title contender team. UNC, at least to this point in the season, has been considered by absolutely nobody to be a title contender team. So you beat a title contender team on a buzzer beater. You want to run onto the floor? I think that's fair game.
Yeah.
Getting cleared off and then running back out, I thought was a little silly.
Yes, man.
I
Let's
didn't
play
even know
the
that
let's
happened.
play
That's
the
crazy,
Shire
bro.
clip and hear from him post game.
All right.
Answer any questions about the game. For me, it's hard to talk about the game when I was most concerned just for the safety of our players after the game. Like, I don't want to make it about that because Carolina, they played a great game to win, and that's a heartbreaking loss for our team. You know, I got staff members that got punched in the face. My family pushing people away, trying to not get trampled, and that's not what this game is about. And you give them all the credit in the world. It's not about the game, but obviously that was a scary ending, and this rivalry is not about that. As far as the game itself,
There's more. Hold on, let me see.
you know, they're face to face with people who.
He said, "I'm all for
Anyways, I
sports
just put
storming."
our players in position where, you know, they're face to face with people who can do anything at that time, and it just takes one reaction. You know, I thought even today I had to push people away just to try to protect our players. So court storming, I'm all for it. Like, trust me, they won. They should celebrate. If they want a court storm. But just let's get our guys off safely. That's it. So that's where I'm at with that.
Initial thoughts, fellas.
I mean, he has an obligation to protect his players, his staff. Like that's his obligation. So it's really easy as an opposing fan to hear that and be like, "Shut up, stop whining," like, you know what I mean. But really, he's not wrong. Like I say, he has an obligation to protect his players. I mean, we all know, everybody's not gonna be out there, but we all know this world is full of crazy people, bro. People gonna take their opportunity to do something crazy if they can get an opportunity to do something crazy, especially in this day and age where going viral matters to people. You know what I mean? So I don't really have no problem with what he said. I mean, what he supposed to say, man? Y'all come out here and hit my players in the face, hit my staff, like, do whatever you want to do, celebrate. You guys earned it, like, you know what I mean? No, like, he's doing exactly what he should do, is protecting his squad. So, you know.
I'm very interested. You know, if this situation was like Russ said, where it's just a one-time buzzer beater, everybody's off the floor, how he would have responded in that right? Because he did say later, I'm all for court storming, which I'm not all for. But yeah, Russ, what you think?
I mean, I don't really have anything to say. I mean, I think that generally, the more times that court storming happens, like mathematically, the more likely it is that you're going to encounter circumstances in which somebody gets hurt or smacked or whatever. I mean, like I think even people, I'm a huge proponent of court storming, but the more courts that are stormed, the more likely it is that this happens. Look, I didn't get to see where it happened. Maybe somebody will put video online at some point or something.
Sure.
Maybe
If something happened, we're gonna know about it. We're gonna see 10 different
right.
angles about it.
Yeah, maybe. So I don't really know what to think until then. But you know, all I know is that we are at any given moment in time one superstar getting like injured in a court storm away from people going, there's no more court storming. And I think that sucks. So if people could just behave not like assholes when storming the court, which is very hard to do when you've been partying and drinking and you're very excited that your team just won a huge game. I understand all that. That's why you run out onto the court. But It's only a matter of time, guys. It's
Yeah, which does.
it's only a matter
Zion,
of
you don't
time
like court
before
storming though?
the fun will end one day or another.
I don't like court storming when it's like traditional rivalries like this. I do understand like Russ's point. Okay, buzzer beater, you're just going crazy at that point. You lose at that, like, the level of this game being played. Fans go crazy, they lose it, they run out to the floor. Okay. But I just think for where this rivalry is and how many big shots have been made, like, come on, bro. We don't need all that, bro. Come on, bro.
I don't know. Like I said, I feel like it's really corny. I traditionally, like, I don't really have a problem with the court storming in college because I just think it adds to the essence of college basketball. Like, that's just one of the separating factors that a lot of people like that separates the NBA from college is like the genuine passion that you get from the fan bases. But I'm with you though, bro. Like, y'all supposed to be a little bit bigger than this. Do it twice. I didn't know they did it twice. I had no clue that they did it twice. That's crazy.
Duke better not. Duke better not. I'll tell you that. I promise
to God, if Duke run on the court after we beat them in March, I'm gonna
we not running on the court.
We
will have a trophy though. It'll be the ACC regular season championship trophy, but yeah, that's about it.
Also, I was interested in this, honestly. Like, it wouldn't have changed the game because they were up 3. So the game wouldn't have been changed meaningfully. But I am kind of surprised that something like this doesn't exist. I don't know. That was very interesting to me that the refs who if somebody had run out onto the court, earlier, wouldn't there have been some repercussion? I feel like, or they would have announced something on the. I don't know. It's just a weird. Maybe
I was thinking that. I don't want to go that route, but I'm like, no, that is a delay of game.
It would not have changed the result. To be clear, let's be clear. I'm not saying that would have changed anything because it would not have. But I was interested that there wasn't at least discussion of it. Like, even the broadcasters are kind of like, boy, they're gonna have to really work hard to clear everybody off of here instead of being like, this is why you shouldn't run out on the court unless you're damn sure that the game is over. Like, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. Again, it wouldn't have changed this game, but for other games, maybe it would change the game. And so I'm interested that that's not a rule. I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone said 2 shots in the possession wouldn't have changed the game. Technically, no, because we'd still be down 1 point. Yeah, we're down 3.
We would have been 1 and having to inbound the ball all the way 4-second attempt again.
Oh man. Should we get the calls or other things we want to cover before? I mean, we have a lot of calls. We have about 15.
Crazy.
We have about 15 calls. So at least
somebody said more court storms than fouls. It's hilarious. That's for real.
Yeah, I put that on other.
I might just play him straight from the site here. But I want to start with this
Nate
one.
Ament, by the way. Nate Ament right now, bro.
What?
Nate Ament is liquid hot magma right now, dude. It hurts to watch. He had 19 at the half.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, I mean, granted, but he's been real good. He was never going to come to Duke. I never once thought he was going to come to Duke, but
he was not going to come to Duke.
I watched Nate Ament play in person in high school, and I kept trying to tell Duke fans we dodged the bullet that he didn't come to Duke.
And I don't think he would be the player he is now at.
Y'all would be so mad at Nate Ament if he was with this team, bro. The fan base would be cooking.
I think it'd be very similar to how Cam Reddish went, but
yes,
that's
and it probably would be worse because he isn't the pure scorer that Cam Reddish was at that level.
Yeah, there would have been some torches, but
that would have been Nate Ament, bro.
Let's get to this first call because this first caller has a very special place on this podcast, even though we hate him. Russ will know.
This is Bruce Wayne. Good game, y'all. Just remember, Caleb Wilson, belt.
Well, Bruce Wayne, we haven't seen you in this show during the chat since Kyle Filipowski played at Duke. So don't be a coward now and call after a win
What I'm
for
saying,
one.
man, what you own?
And the whole Caleb Wilson belt thing is killing me. He said the belt thing after the game. Caleb Wilson hooped. There was no belt given out, bro. There was 39 minutes and 58 seconds of UNC trailing. You won the game. Congrats.
How's that belt? Like,
There's no belt.
Weird. You
There
guys
was
are
no
weird.
belt. There was absolutely
Absolutely
no belts.
none. But it is what it is, you know.
It is what it is.
Bruce Wayne coming out of the woodworks is crazy, though.
Like, come on, man. Like, Bruce.
Crazy.
I might just share the screen and see if I can play from here because these are too many. I can't. If your name's getting leaked, I don't care. You put your name here. Or maybe I can hide that too. Oh, whatever. We're going to keep that up. All right. Monty, y'all, let me know if y'all hear this.
Thoughts on Shire's late game execution. I had tweeted it out before that it was either going to be a ghost screen or a boozer ISO. And as predictable as it was the boozer ISO that we saw a lot with Cooper Flag last year. And obviously it didn't work. So what are your guys' thoughts on the evolution and getting better plays to be ran in the clutch?
Okay.
I thought we ran a great play in the clutch, and I have no notes.
I thought it worked.
I just don't really understand what do y'all want. Like, a lot of people clearly do not understand the way basketball works. Like, really, really works. Literally on every single level, during a clutch situation, every coach in America is going to put their best player in an isolation situation. Every time. It's going to happen on every level. Like, I don't know what y'all want to do. Like, what do y'all want to see? Like, us to run a flex cut and, like, let's get 2 back doors and let's try to catch them off guard when they're not going to do nothing but switch every action in a late game situation anyway. So none of that's going to work, by the way. None of the screens that you set when you try to run a play to win a game is going to work because coaches teach their guys in situations like this, we switch everything, on ball, off ball, we switching. It's going to blow up everything you try to run. So your best bet is to get your best player in a situation where he has an advantage. We did that. He just missed a shot. That's what I think.
I don't mind people criticizing the idea of just calling ISO plays down the stretch. I don't mind that. Like, Duke has definitely had games in the past, including Shire coached games, frankly, where I thought like we couldn't have tried something else. Especially like towards the tail end of K, there was some of that as well, right? Like, you know, I don't mind Duke fan frustration at ISO plays, but today specifically, when Cam Boozer gets a layup attempt at the rim, 7-footer, heavy contact, no call, I don't know why you'd be like, the call was the problem. Like, I don't think the call was the problem there. Like, sometimes if your philosophy is different on like ISOs and you just hate them in general, then like, okay, fair enough. But like, you have to admit that this ISO netted the exact sort of shot that Duke wanted. And like, you know, kicking it out for a 3 is a far lower percentage shot than a Cam Boozer layup. You know what I mean? Like, if he was pulling up for a mid-ranger, then I understand, right? Or if he dribbled until 3 seconds left in the shot clock and then took a 3, I understand. He got a layup attempt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So and y'all know he made that shot 9 times out of 10. This was just the 10th time tonight. It is what it is, bro.
9 times out of 10, he also gets a foul call, but you know, whatever.
More than 9.
Yeah, more than 9. Mike B. I think this is Mike B from Twitter. Mike Bolger. Shout out to you, man. Yeah. Called in.
Mike said, just
what's up, guys? That's a tough loss right there. That's brutal. Being up 13 and lose that game, man. That's unforgivable. I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm trying not to overreact to one loss here, but it feels like we don't have any killers on this team. We have guys that want to play hero ball, that, you know, want to get the glory, but we don't have any assassins, man. Like, I don't I love Cam, I love Slim, but I don't trust them to just put the heels away right there. And I sucks, man. We'll get them when they're in Cameron, but that's tough, man. We need some killers on this team, and I don't know if we got any right now.
Mike B tripping, dude. Mike B overreacting like shit. Mike B.
Hey, bro, what the
Mike, bro, Mike. Mike,
Hey, yo.
Michael.
Oh, my
Michael.
mama. Hey, bro, bro really tripping, bro. Like, for real.
Dude, the
Oh,
Killers, I swear to God, man, how many
Yep.
awesome shots did guys have to make today? How many awesome shots over the course of this season have these guys had to make? You know, like, the assertion that Cam and Slim in particular aren't killers because they didn't
he had a different frame of mind after Florida.
Because they didn't complete a couple of shots when there was contact, no call down the stretch of this game. I don't know, man. I vehemently disagree with Mike B. You know, Mike B. You need to. This is not, that comment is not a Mike B by my grading scale. That's a Mike D- by my grading scale.
I mean, Mike B was being emotional, truly, because Mike B was singing a different tune after Cam and Slim worked that inverted pick and roll to perfection. They look like killers against Florida. They look like killers then. You know what I mean? So he just being emotional, man. It is what it is.
I can't.
It's fine, bro.
I can't say. No matter what you think of Slim or whatever, Caleb, whatever, to say we don't have any killers. when Cam Boozer has been the favorite for National Player of the Year, when Cam Boozer has continuously had second halves, even today, where he takes over games and carries us to victory. I'm not rocking with that.
And not to mention, like, have y'all been watching any one of these other 22 games? We haven't been blowing everybody out. We've been playing tough, winning tough games all season long. Like, players have had to make game-winning plays in a lot of our big games. Arkansas, the first Louisville game, you know what I mean? The Florida game. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's one instance where we fall short too if you count Texas Tech, and well, now we don't got killers. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next caller, Todd.
What's up, Crazy Cast? Man, it's third loss. We gave up a double-digit lead. We got to start talking about it, man. We have to start addressing these double-digit blown leads. Obviously, it was a rivalry, so maybe a little bit different, but I don't know, man. It's just the third one in 2 years. Eesh. What are you guys' thoughts?
I'm assuming he's talking about he's adding Houston in this. He's adding Houston.
Yeah. A third blown lead in 2 years. A third blown lead in 2 years. Oh my goodness. Let's hire Tommy Amaker. I've had enough. Enough's enough.
Like, he went from the Houston game, skipped the first 21 games of this season.
Like, three whole losses for blown. Three whole losses in which we had a lead in the game in 2 years. Huh? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Go crazy, Russ.
I mean, like, it's fair
crazy,
to say,
Russ.
it's fair to say, okay, we've blown double-digit leads, but I think at a point you also have to step back and realize we've been playing that good as a program that we've only lost games that we should have won. Like, there has never been a game. We said this last episode, maybe 2 episodes.
Yep.
There hasn't been a game in 2 calendar years that we've been flat out beat.
Still.
And I think we take that for granted because there's been plenty, even during the Coach K's the GOAT, even during Coach K's final years, many times we got beat by
Heaviest. To quote the Social Network, please arrive at the point.
Yeah, what's the point we missing? I think a lot of y'all are missing the point that this is a marathon, bro. Championships are not won or lost in February. Everybody does realize that, right? We still have another, 9-10 games left to play, not including the tournaments. Like, I don't know, bro.
And how many games have we closed in tight games? Like it's just like you delete the history when evaluating the losses. That's what's
did we need
killing
a
me.
point guard for Florida? Do we need a point guard for Louisville? Do we need a point guard for Michigan State? Do we need a point guard for Kansas? Do we need, you know what I mean? Like do we need a point guard for Arkansas? Arkansas's got a point guard. They didn't win that game. Kansas has a point guard. They didn't win that game. Louisville has a point guard. They didn't win that
State
game.
got one too.
They got two. Louisville's got 2 point guards. They only
Michigan
had one
State,
the first game. Didn't work.
They said that's the best point guard in the country.
They had 2 point guards. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is oh God, man.
We've lost one possession games every single one of those losses.
Hey man, I love the Duke fan base, bro. Y'all is just like all or
we
nothing.
Spoiled, man. We
y'all
spoiled.
Are all or nothing. That's what it is, Zion. Spoiled. It's just flat spoiled, bro. Y'all want us to like go, and y'all know we won't go undefeated, bro. Like none of y'all are upset with our record right now, seeing the schedule what it was before the season. None of y'all cut it out. Cut it out. Nobody's upset with us being 21-2, knowing what our schedule was.
My thing is, if we lost by 15 tonight, what is the narrative? And we were never up.
Yeah.
Like that's what's
100%.
We're not good enough.
Then
this is not a championship.
I would be willing to seriously entertain some of these conversations seriously if it was like that. But I mean, what can you do, bro? Basketball, it works like that sometimes, y'all.
This guy's not a Duke fan. This guy's not a Duke fan. There's nothing funnier to me, but I do see this from Duke fans every once in a while. Where they're like, it's our job to hold the team accountable. It's like, yeah, they're looking at your comments, Malik White 2201. I'm telling you that right now. Look, I've occasionally said some wild shit on here, and they have no clue what I'm saying during the year. So I know for a damn certainty. I looked them in the face. I looked at players I criticized in the face this summer at K Academy thing, and I was like,
K Academy.
I was like, boy, oh boy, am I gonna have some one of these guys come up and dap me up and be like, hey, I heard what you said in February or whatever. And no, of course not, because they don't care what people online say,
bro. They don't care at all.
Or maybe they do in the off season. Maybe in the off season they're on a little more, but like right now, like they're focused on the next game, man. They don't care what people on YouTube have to say ever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ever. Nor should they. If they do, then we don't have a winning program. We do not have a winning program if they're going on YouTube and going, boy, these guys have a lot to say. We should take some notes. Like there's no world in which I want them listening to what we have to say, much less what everybody else has to say.
Real.
All right, next caller. We will at some point. I'm assuming one of these calls contains the topic of Slim, but we're gonna have. I see a lot of comments about Slim, so I'm assuming one of these calls will happen. Hayes, you were the first caller today.
I am so sad, and I just want to commiserate with you all. Appreciate the crew. Let's go, Duke.
Shout out to you.
Good call.
Good call.
Thank you.
It's all right to be your feels, Mama. It's all right. You said I get it.
We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
You can be sad and move forward. It's okay, bro. Right? You know what I mean?
We're gonna get them back at the crib. Beat up on Pitt on Tuesday. Win at Clemson next game. We'll be all right. Here we go. Anonymous. Here we go. Who's anonymous?
What's up, fellas? Man,
this is the deep voice guy.
The rivalry giveth and the rivalry kicketh in the balls. Dude, really hurts to, for Malik of all people to not be closing out on Visar with his hands up, a slow closeout on that three. Tough to see Cam not make that makeable layup, but I guess in this, I just want to call F them guys, dude.
I like that call too.
Pain. We could later.
I love this guy. I don't know who he is.
That's a fine call.
I like that call.
Yeah, that closeout could have been a little better. I get that he's trying not to tempt Henry into blowing into him and getting a fifth foul. Right. So I understand. I know he makes a high percentage of threes. He doesn't take a lot of them.
He doesn't.
I get it. But yeah, sure. That's probably one that for Malik, he's going to play that one back in his mind. I'm sure. Yeah. Again, the Cam layup was makeable, but he had a 7-footer draped on him. No call. it happens. I watched Cam's comments from afterwards. That's what I was doing earlier when you guys were listening to some of the earlier ones. I was trying not to like tilt. I was listening to what Cam was saying.
Should we play it?
He said all
Should
the
we
right
play it?
thing. No, it's like 3 minutes.
It's dry.
It's not worth
He's
playing.
kind of
But
dry.
the only noteworthy thing is somebody asked and they were like, you didn't lose a lot of games in high school. You haven't lost a lot of games in college. Do you take a game like this, and use it as motivation? And he just goes, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of dry. He ain't got nothing.
That's a good answer. Good answer. You
Good
know what
answer.
I mean? Yeah.
Let's jump to the next caller. Marcus, your name looks familiar.
Answer me why the refs don't call more than one foul in the second half and our front court has 11 fouls in the whole entire game. Please make it make sense to me.
Don't make no sense to me neither.
It doesn't. Shire said it too. Shire said it too at the end of the game. He doesn't understand how you get one foul call and a half in a game where we're playing in the paint. Like that's what bothers me. If we were just taking threes, 3 after 3, take a jumper, sure. We are getting downhill. We are in the post. Like there was a couple foul calls like at some point. And it just can't be the other way, because I even posted it. I don't like blaming refs for a win or a loss, but obviously I'm gonna call things out I see. Like in the first half, there was a foul that Basar didn't even let Pat land in the post. Draped him, used his body to. People will say verticality. Verticality is done when you're using your body into, like, you're pushing your body into somebody and you don't let them land. Didn't call a foul, but the next foul call, Caleb is in the post pivoting. Caleb just likes to pivot. Pat, hands up.
Yeah, that hurt me.
Foul. I just want consistency.
I got it that he came down with his right hand. I guess they were saying that once you come down with your right hand, the verticality is gone. But like you said,
but on the other hand, Vasar didn't get the same thing.
That's it. That's what hurt me.
It was ticky tack. That one was ticky tack. Honestly, the one, and I've had people disagree on Twitter, and y'all might disagree as well. Just get context of what was going on in the game. I kind of thought he should have just let Caleb dunk that ball and not. I get that you don't want to let him get a big rim rock and dunk at home, get the fans hype into it. I understand that, but he's so important to us, man. Like I kind of just
that play wasn't even a dunk. Like Caleb was just pivoting. He was going to take a fade anyway, regardless. And they said, I have the clip.
No, I meant the third. I meant the third foul. Okay. Yeah, that was the one. The fourth, or whichever one you're talking about, I agree. But like the third one is the one where I was kind of like, man, just let it go,
that go. Comment,
but like I understand. I understand the impulse, though. I do. I get it. And look, there's a chance if he dunks it, then they have huge momentum on their side, and it's a closer guy. Yeah. Like it's hard either way. The basketball game is very hard.
Yeah. Next caller.
It is what it is, bro.
I don't know, a lot of random names called in today. Let me see. Kyle Filipowski.
Hey guys, thanks for all you do. Absolutely love it. Love the lives afterwards. This is absolutely heartbreaking. The referees, I hate blaming the referees, but one foul in 20 minutes of college basketball is absolutely atrocious. One foul in 20 minutes. Boozer got fouled on the last shot. Don't want to blame the refs, but this one's hard not to. And let's talk about that poverty program storming the court at the end of the game. You know what? Just bounce back. Got a game Tuesday, and just take this as a lesson learned. And got to fight through the refs' calls, and got to be smarter about it. Having Big Pat out really hurt us and with him, but enjoy it and everything y'all do. And thank you so much.
Poverty program is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that
I mean, that's gonna be the common theme.
I'll be right back, but good call. Good call. I'll be right back.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be the common thing, honestly, man, because and it sucks. Like I really do not want to keep talking about the foul, but bro, Like you just said, we are not like Villanova from 19. Like we not a team that's gonna just go out here and well, we took 19 threes. Like we don't need to like just chuck threes, chuck threes, chuck threes. Like we are a physical team that wasn't getting the benefit of being able to play physical when they were being allowed to play physical. And I had seen somebody comment was like, "Y'all want to play soft basketball?" No, I just want consistency, bro. Like, I'm cool. Let everybody foul. Let's be physical. Just let
Yeah,
both teams be physical. I'm with that. Like it's not like if one team is allowed to be physical, like specifically, not even the post. The way that Seth Trimble, and I think they called him for two of his three fouls were like him using his hand to impede the defender on cuts and with ball handling. Like he did a lot of like playing with his hands, which cool. Like if everybody gets to play with their hands, like I'm with that. But I mean, I don't know. I felt like it was a little lopsided. But like I said, with all of that, man, we still right there had a chance to win the game, and we just didn't.
yeah.
You know, it
You
is
pretty
what it
much
is,
did.
bro.
It is what it is, man. You got to get them back in Cameron. That's all we can do now. Continue winning, get them back in Cameron.
That whistling Cameron gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be delightful, and I'm gonna clip all
On my
I'm gonna
life,
clip all the
because
fouls.
Carolina fans gonna say the same thing. They gonna be up there saying the same thing. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna make a compilation of every single foul call.
Really, really.
Ross, next caller.
You know what? I'm glad Carolina beat us. I am. They needed it. 3-0 last year, they needed it.
Listen,
And you know what? They really only won because we had guys in foul trouble. So give it to them. Great play. Only thing that I'm disappointed in as a Duke fan with John Shire. Well, one, Dame Sarr not being in at the end, but why is it that we always have to go in these final in-game scenarios? Did it with Cooper last year, and we've done it with Cam now, where we just go with an ISO with our best guy at the end of the game. I get it, you want the ball in your player's best hands, but that doesn't work out for us. It never really has, honestly. And you look at Carolina, and I don't think Hubert Davis is a great coach, but to give him credit, they didn't draw up a play for Caleb Wilson at the end of the game. They attacked the rim, everybody collapsed and found Trimble wide open. So it's just like these end of the game scenarios that happen to us and that will happen.
Appreciate you, Ross. I don't think number one, like we've said it many times. I don't think we need to harp on it again.
Yeah.
Getting the ball to Cam Boozer is not a bad thing in ISO, but you can't say that's been the only thing we ran. When you look at the Florida game, the way we won the game was a ghost screen by Isaiah Evans. Pops shoots a three, bang.
Fan base got selective memory, bro.
Like we can't keep on. It's not true. It's just not true. So,
and not to mention what he said is we did the same thing. We attacked the basket. We just missed the layup.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we like had an ISO, like you said, had an ISO step back, tween step back, shoot a fadeaway 19-footer. Like we got an ISO, got a wide open layup essentially
at the rim.
At the and we just missed it, bro. Like I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. Fans are gonna be fans, I suppose. So.
Yeah. And to the point that Hubert Davis, I'm not hating. I don't think that was the play call for maybe.
No, that was a broken play. They got lucky because we over rotated, we overhelped. I gotta go back and watch the tape. I think I saw somebody said it was Caleb who ended up leaving Seth. I'm not even sure who left him, but that was not the play that they ran.
I don't think they were trying to draw up a three for Seth Trimble in the corner.
No, they didn't call.
He hit the shot.
You mean you disagree with what John Rothstein referred to as a Hubert Davis tactical masterclass?
He did not call it that.
Don't get me started with John Rothstein, bro. Let me not start, man. That man needs to be deplatformed. All right, let me chill. Next caller.
You mean you don't like the fact that he sells T-shirts with the name and likeness of coaches and
like what are we doing? Sire succession. Shut up, man. Corny ass.
That's why he said Foster did now. So it's Foster.
Oh man. Next one, Ron.
You're some choke.
All right, bro. I'll just stop that early. Next one, Cam.
UNC definitely did a lot better than I thought they were. I definitely thought that Duke was going to win by 10 plus just because I don't think them boys deserve to be on the court with us, and I still don't think them boys deserve to be on the court with us. I really don't. But Caleb Wilson's a baller. He's a stud. He's a stud. He's definitely a problem. On the other hand, there's no way you're telling me that I committed one less foul than UNC did that entire second half sitting here on my couch. There's no way, especially when I hear Billis chirping in my ear the entire game talking about, oh, yeah, UNC's playing great defense, great physical defense. Yeah, because they're not getting called for fouls. Our big men have more fouls than their entire team combined. Like, what the hell are we talking
I
about,
love
man?
this.
I think that was just straight hosiery. And when they come to Cameron, we're going to blow them out. I promise. I promise it's going to be a
Yeah.
30-plus point dub.
All right.
These dudes do not belong on the court with us.
30, 30.
They played better than us in the last 10 minutes of the game. I'll give them that. We definitely did not close that game. We should have stomped on their neck when we went up by 9. But, man, I promise it's up when they come to Cameron. It's up. It's up.
What's his name?
Cam.
Oh, that's you see that, Duke fans? This is the type of energy that we need. That's it. That is the type of energy. Salute to Cam for that call, bro.
Yeah,
That's the type of
man.
energy we need, man. Like it is what
Good
it is.
energy.
Like
I don't know if it's
you
gonna be
know,
30, but good energy.
I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure. I'm honestly. I mean, I said it would be a 10-point win, and truthfully, it should have been a double-digit win. Like
It should have been.
at 100%, it should have been a double-digit win. But especially like knowing the type of guy that Cam Boozer is, like I'm really confident we are gonna beat the brakes off of them when they come to Cameron. I'm really
And,
confident.
and I see someone well, but first, Billis. Billis is not the worst Duke Blue Devil getting the shame today. We do need to talk about Jay Will.
I want 5 minutes.
Jay Will, what is good with you, bro? Stop pandering for TV. I hope this is just a TV ratings thing.
It
Because
is.
like
It is.
what is going through your mind?
I
Your
mean, he did
jerseys
say
in
that
the
he grew up a Heels
rafters.
fan, right? Didn't he say that?
But you know what I'm noticing, and I said this to someone today. He has now a history of doing some crazy things as a Duke legend. 2 years ago, he said he would have transferred to UNC if he was playing in this portal era. Like the amount of times he's put on a UNC jersey, the amount of times, even today, the Tar Heel chant. When are we gonna like hold this man accountable? Because it's getting ridiculous. I don't know.
That's who we need to hold accountable for real. Like,
That's-
y'all want to hold John Shire accountable, like no, I mean honestly, like I've heard him tell the story about wanting to be recruited by North Carolina and them overlooking him for Ronald Curry. All right, cool, bro. That's common. I mean, like Big Hot admitted he grew up a Duke fan. Pinson admitted it. I think Kobe White grew up a Duke. Like it's okay. Like you know what I mean. But once you cross that threshold and you put the Duke jersey on, it's over with. I don't see none of the other UNC guys that wanted to be Duke players or that grew up Duke fans. Like him leading the Tar Heels chant on national TV. Like, come on, bro.
Check the spelling of this guy. Ridiculous. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. There's always some UNC fans that always like spell some shit just outrageously
That's some fake
wrong.
classes they be doing, bro.
Yeah, you know, Jay Will, one of my all-time favorite Duke players. Obviously, I was watching him play at a very formative moment in my life. So, you know, I'm always going to have love for Jay Will, but I did see a comment today that compared him to Robert Griffin III.
Oh my God.
And I thought, Jesus Christ, man.
Hey, bro, you can't compare it to RG3.
If the discourse is skewing in a certain direction, then like, man, come on, come back to the light, my guy. Come back. You know,
it's crazy because he's a really like I've done a podcast with him. He actually DM'd me last year, saying he said I saw your tweets about me. And then I asked him which tweets. And I asked him which tweets. He would say, "Oh, I'm just joking." Well, now I've been tweeting about you, brother, and I'm very. We can talk about it if you want to talk. Jay Will, come on the podcast. We got to put you on the hot seat, brother. It's out of love. Like you can't be you above all else, above anyone else is benefiting from Duke not winning championships because we cannot put legends above you. I'm not. If Cooper won a title last year. We're gonna start, you know, talking about Jay Will, are you really up there or not? Because you're talking crazy. But anyway.
You know what I love? I've had the fortune of getting to talk to Jay Billis once or twice, and like he is like I like a lot of what he does. I know that he understand like he I think he knows what he's doing. I'll put it that way, right?
No, he
But
does.
I'll also say this. I don't think Jay Billis would ever go out there and if you'll yell tar
No,
in order to get somebody else.
he called him out
You know,
too.
That's too
yeah,
far,
like
man.
he
Like,
never would have done that. And the next time I talk to Jay Billis, I'll tell you what, I'm going to ask him, what was going through your mind when you heard Jay Will yell tar? What were you thinking in that moment? Give me the scoop, you know.
and he thought he was going to be erased by him picking Duke. Like, come on, and then we lose. Oh man, nah, man. All right, next caller.
Bad karma moment.
nah, for real.
Yeah, Dame had a really solid game, but unfortunately, those 2 threes where his foot was on the line ended up burning them. Tough game with Pat and Evans. Obviously, it was a physical game that UNC was allowed to play, but Pat just can't take himself out of a game like that, and Evans just got sped up and couldn't buy a shot inside the paint in the second half. Hopefully, they bounce back in Cameron.
So, I mean, he alluded to it. Evans, what are your thoughts on Evans' second half?
I thought a lot of those layup attempts and that stuff. Now he took more mid-rangers, I think, than he's taken over the course of the entire season, which I did think was interesting. But his layup attempts, I mean, there was contact. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he was and he made at least one really nice layup. I mean, like I don't know. I didn't think he played that badly. I think he just missed some shots. Like I thought he was fine. He made a couple of big shots in the first half, frankly. I mean, like I know that people only define, how well a player plays by how they do in the final, 200 seconds, but like he's a big reason why we got the lead that we got in the first place. He made a couple of nice drives. He made some free throws. I mean, like I don't know, man. I had no problem with that. Pat, we discussed Pat. Yeah, one or two of those fouls, he's got to just be a little bit smarter. But also some of the other stuff was light, so I understand his frustration as well.
Yeah, I mean, Isaiah though, it was really a tale of two halves, man. Like he said, first half he played extremely well, I thought. Second half, I thought he got I know a lot of y'all don't like the mid ranges and the analytical people hate mid ranges, but truthfully, especially him, I want to see scorers in their comfort zone. And whether people realize it or not, all the best scorers in the history of basketball have all been mid-range sessions. So if he's taking middies, as long as he's doing it, and there are a couple of them were tough and contested, but if I want a player that has that scoring type of capability to get in his comfort zone scoring to where he has a flow going. If that means you got to take a couple mid ranges to see it go through, cool. The problem is the ball just didn't go through for him in the second half. I don't really have a problem with the shots he took. Honestly.
Aside from a couple drives where I thought, okay, he was a little out of control and he took, I think we need Slim to be aggressive. I don't even think we need Slim to be aggressive. We need him to be able to attack a closeout. We need him to be able to get up 13, 14 shots, or else, we're not going to be in the situation where we're up 13, against a USC. And we're going to be reliant on force feeding Cam. And that's why a part of me is another reason why I'm so hurt about this game. Obviously, Dame played really well, but I thought Duke was erasing the narrative that this game that we need Cam Boozer to carry us to win this game. Because of this first 16 points, Cam Boozer scored maybe 2, or the first 18, he scored 2 points. Duke was flat out dominating the game without Cam Boozer really even affecting them on offense. We weren't even playing through Cam Boozer. We were killing people with Pat's passing, the backdoor cuts, Dame hitting corner threes. We had a great, I want to say 25 minutes of this game where we weren't relying on Cam Boozer, and that would have killed the narrative if they won this game today.
Yeah.
But since they lost, we know what the narrative is going to be from national media. So it is what it is.
Does Duke have a second scorer? Isaiah Evans struggled tonight. We're about to hear that. And
Pat
that's
and
I'm
Ngongba
honestly
wasn't
I'm
on the
more upset
floor.
about that. The narratives that's gonna spin because a couple of plays didn't go our way and we ended up losing a 3-point game. Now that completely changes the narrative, just like you said, on like something because we'd have been fine. Everybody would have been fine with Isaiah Evans 13 points. What he averages, 14 total on the
Yeah.
season? Like somewhere around like it's not even he wasn't really far off his average. Like he had 11. You know what I mean? Yeah, Dame had 13. I'm sorry. Yeah, Isaiah had 11. So he was a little bit under his average, but close to it. But yeah, I just the narrative that's gonna spin because we didn't win the game is one of the things that irked me more than us actually losing the game. Because and I saw somebody had put in the comments too, like that you got your wish. Like that's why what I was talking about the Michigan thing with the narrative. You know what I mean? So I
We're gonna
I'm
get to that.
sorry. I
We're
knew
gonna get to
somebody
that.
was
We're
gonna
gonna get to
bring it
that.
up. I knew
We're gonna
somebody
get
was
to
gonna
that.
bring it up. It is what it is, man. Like now we got to beat Michigan because we done sacrificed the Carolina loss. So
Russ, you look like you about to research something. You about to say
No,
something.
well, of course I was researching. Yeah, I mean, what he was 1 for 3 on mid-range shots today. I mean, it's obviously a very small sample size of his mid-range shooting on the season, but I mean, mid-range 35% shooting on the season, again, pretty low attempt rate. At the rim, he's almost up to 80% on the year. I mean, again, it'll dip a little after today, but not by much. And again, 3-point, he's hitting 33% of his threes. So I mean, he's scoring 1 point per possession every time he shoots a three. I don't know. I mean, I just kind of think that those mid-range jumpers, if he wants to take 1 or 2 just to keep opposing defenses honest, I'm kind of fine with that. But I don't know. I kind of thought that him going to the rim was actually really good today. He missed a couple of them again through contact, no call, fair enough. I don't know. I want him to continue to attack the rim. Like
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on
that's
that.
what I want more than anything else. I mean, like we were 3 for 5 on mid-range attempts, but it counted Dame's 2 super long corner threes that weren't threes, right?
That's
so that means that tells me Evans was 1 for 3 probably from mid-range, right? Because I don't remember anybody else shooting one. But I think anything that gets him going is good, but I think he has been, I mean, again, until today, 95th percentile in terms of field goal percentage at the rim. I mean, obviously some of that's transition stuff, but also, would you be surprised if I told you out of any of our guards and wings, he's got to be our best at the rim in terms of finishing in half court plays, right? He's got to be the best at that.
Yeah.
By a lot, probably. So, in fact, I know for a fact, I can look it up. He's definitely the best. So, I want him to continue to keep driving. I mean, he's so good at it. He's so good at it this year. It's incredible, really, considering he never drove last year, and now he's doing it so much, and it's so much better, So I want him to keep doing that instead of settling for jumpers sometimes. But again, I think he's done a lot better at that this season. I think he's taken leaps and bounds forward. So I'm not worried about Slim at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. This one is 2 seconds. So let me play it in here. Justice for Big Pat.
5v8.
Sure. We already talked enough about it. This guy has been begging in the chat to play his message. So please, this whoever rich guy, you better don't let me down, man. Here we go.
Hey guys, love your show. Thick over here after the loss. Just want to say 2 things. One, first, Russ, we met you at K Academy. I'll give you a shout out so you don't have to. You met my son and I, and my son was one of your confidential sources. I'm not sure if you remember that, but anyway, sick about the game. Quick question: don't you think we got to get Big Pat more involved in the offense to put pressure on their bigs and to take pressure off of Boozer? We're just too one-dimensional right now, but thought I'd get your thoughts on that. Have a great night.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Rich. Don't like you calling out K Academy. That was definitely, we don't want to bring that back.
Rich, if I remember correctly, Rich was playing at K Academy, bro.
Rich.
Hey, Russ, I'm not gonna lie. That's one of my. But if I ever get the opportunity to go on K Academy, because I want to hoop too. I want to actually go. I got visions. I want to be the MVP in the camp and all of this. Bro, I would be just like you. I promise I'll bring it up every chance I got.
Rich, I need a producer. Holler at me in my DM. I need some funding. I need some funding. Look,
Yeah.
I think he's right, but I also think that we were trying to get Pat going. I mean, he took in 16, minutes, he took 5 shots. I mean, like again, I'd be interested in seeing how many possessions Duke played on offense in those, right? Like, but he had a few takes in there. I think if he had
Yeah.
played more, he was probably on pace to take 10-ish shots, maybe, right? Like, maybe some of that would have been putbacks or whatever. We're probably not going to run a lot of pure post up stuff against a team like UNC, but I do kind of think going forward, having more offense for Pat is a good idea. And without looking at it first, I would imagine that maybe we've seen a little bit more of it than we did in the early part of the season already. I know we're more twos than we did earlier in the year. So I do think there's value to it. And if he had been in the game, I think maybe it would have maybe come true.
Yeah, I think the foul trouble kind of hurt a little bit for one. Obviously, his involvement overall, but we did involve him offensively. At least for that first stretch of the game, his passing ability was what was giving us open looks. He was dicing up UNC's defense just with his passing, and I think he got a post touch from when Cam picked up his second foul. That was the play I was talking about that Vasar fouled him, and he didn't get a foul call. And then, I think he scored off a putback, and then he shot a 3 as well. I mean, he just wasn't on the court tonight, and we missed him. We missed
man. I mean,
his presence.
it's hard to be a factor when you only play 16 minutes in a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And then most of that time as well was you in foul trouble. So,
yeah, like he just couldn't get a rhythm. Like he had no opportunity to gain any type of rhythm tonight. So I mean, I don't really like. That's just one of those bad circumstances type deal for him and the team. And I'm pretty sure like that'll be a concern or a concentration to get him, because like we've been showing that, especially coming out of the start halves and the start games, like we've been like real deliberate about getting him touches closer to the basket. John's been boisterous about that as well. So yeah, we'll see it, man.
Yeah, Monty, we'll talk about the ACC in a bit after the calls, but I think we're fine. Control our own destiny.
Yep.
All right, who we got next? Grind on. We already did Monty. Grind on Mind. Weird name. Let's see.
Ooh, that one hurts. Well, look, we gotta take this one on the chin. We were leading the whole game. We played well enough to win. We just didn't make a few shots down the stretch. The refs didn't bail us out with some calls that we normally get. And I'm not saying they're bailouts, but they're the home team. The calls didn't go our way. And let's not pin this on the refs. We didn't make enough plays down the stretch. And definitely let's not pin it on John Shire. I mean, these Duke fans that come for John's head after we lose these games that we win in the whole game and don't make a few plays down the stretch. I mean, I can't stand those type of fans. So, anyways, don't really have any questions. Just wanted to take it on the chin, and I hope you guys agree with me that we played well enough to win for most of the game and didn't close it down the stretch. And hey, it's only our second loss, and both were close games. We'll figure it out, and I still like this team's chances. Put it all.
Hey man, shout out to you. Let me get
Love a sensible Duke fan, bro. Love a sensible Duke fan.
Let me get that man the applause right there, man.
Yes, sir. Love a sensible Duke fan, man. Let's go.
That's what we need.
I heard the back part of that call. Good call. Good caller. Good call.
Good call. Grind on mine. John.
I think we got enough evidence at this point
Uh-oh.
as a fan base with John Shire to kind of
Uh-oh.
understand that he's not the greatest late game operator in terms of getting
my
guys great
God.
shots, great play calls, the leverage, whatever the defense is doing, etc. Twice in a row we get kind of one-on-one ISOs for Cam Boozer that he doesn't make. Obviously all the stuff last year with Coop with the one-on-one ISO shots that didn't work out. I think there needs to be just like with the timeout stuff from last year, there needs to be like some sort of kind of reckoning as it relates to like late game X's and O's, getting guys in and out so that like Cam Boozer can't be attacked on the final possession like he was that generated that open three. Better play designs to get guys easier shots, and so they're not just asked to create one-on-one. Yeah, I think overall John is a fantastic coach, but I do think this is kind of the weak link for him right now. And
Someone said hang
given
up.
that big tournament
Hang up.
games
I'm
tend to
hanging
be
up.
close late.
Sorry, John. I'm hanging up. I feel like we
Bro,
talked about this.
Russ,
No.
you got something? You got something on this?
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Like, I understand. Like, don't think we're just putting it behind us that we're losing these close games at the end of the game. But I think it's unfair to consistently just point to John every single time, because I think it just removes context. And and Cam Boozer, if you don't like the shot we got to win the game, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you neither, bro.
I don't know what to tell you.
That John, honest to God, no coach on planet Earth can drop a better play than you getting a layup to win the game at the end of the game. We got a damn layup, bro. Like
we've had 17 single-digit margin games in the last 2 seasons. Okay, 17 games that were decided by under 10 points. Would you like to guess what our record is in those 17 games?
15-2, 14-3.
I mean, you could probably count the number of losses we've had because they're all 6.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, it's 11-6. It's 11-6.
Oh, 11-6. Yeah, that's better than that.
And that doesn't include the Kansas game that was close late. That doesn't include the Texas game in which, like maybe with 5 minutes left, it was kind of close, and then we opened it up.
Yeah.
It doesn't include the Louisville game last year on the road. There was an 11-point win. There was a big comeback.
Too, right?
Yeah, it doesn't include a lot of those things. Like, the only reason why people think this is because Duke never loses. So when Duke does lose, it's usually in a game where they were winning that then they lost. Because, like, if you win every single game where you were winning, then Duke is undefeated. But it's very, very hard to be undefeated over the course of nearly 2 entire seasons, right? Generally speaking, if you play a lot of games that get close at some point, you're going to lose some of those games, especially against the teams that are the best teams, that are the teams that are tournament level teams. I mean, like, what's the worst team that we've lost to in this stretch? What, like Clemson last season, maybe, like, or maybe UNC today, but like, I don't think we've lost.
You know what?
We have not lost to a sub 30th KenPom team in the last 2 seasons. All of these teams ranked in the top 30 of KenPom, right? And most of them were neutral quarter away. In fact, just double checking, they were literally all neutral quarter away, right? So yeah, I mean, like, would I have loved to have won one of those games? Sure. But, like, also, when you play 17 close games, if you're winning 11 of them, that's a really good record over that span. That's really, really good. And I think people need to, like, take a little bit more stock, and try to overcome the emotion of it and realize that you're going to lose some games. It's going to happen. We talked about it preseason when I predicted the number of losses that we were going to have, which, by the way, we are way lower than the amount of losses that I predicted.
How many did you say? I said 6 before the season started.
I think I said 6. I think I said between 6. Like 5 and 7, 5 being sort of the best case scenario, 7 being like a bit on the back end of what would still be considered a season that would be probably successful at the end of the day.
By the way, UNC was one of my scheduled losses too. I actually predicted that we would lose one of the UNC games before the season started.
I can admit though, I didn't think we are going to sweep this year. At least coming into the season. Coming to the season, I was like, the rivalry don't work like this.
No, it just does not. And y'all know that. Y'all know the rivalry don't work like that, bro.
If we don't lose any home games for the rest of the year, then we're going to lose 4 games in the regular season at absolute most. I mean, like, that's kind of crazy, right? Like, we could still lose a home game, but, like, if we hold court at home,
I think we'd be
Even
fine.
the worst case scenario, we lose Michigan, we lose NC State. That'd be the
Wait,
worst. That'd be the worst case.
Alex just made a really good point. Because if we run the table, these same people would be complaining about John not getting coach of the year. With one loss, now he needs to change some stuff. Like we need to start having conversations about John
Yeah,
instead
I
of
mean,
getting coach in the clutch. Like what?
I the problem with coach of the year, which we've talked about here before, is coach of the year just means coach that overachieves preseason
Exactly.
expectations the most.
Exactly.
And so it's going to be very, very hard for Duke to ever win coach of the year. There's a reason why Coach K won ACC coach of the year like only a couple of times ever.
Yeah.
Despite being the best coach of the at bare minimum the modern era of
My
college basketball.
question to everybody that's complaining about Duke losing these one possession or a couple like games at the end. Seriously, would y'all like rather for us to lose by 15, 20 points in these games? Like, would that seem better than losing by 3? Would you rather us lose to UNC by 17
No,
and
they'd
never
rather we
be in
never
it?
lose. They'd rather we never lose. But we're gonna
That's not
lose.
realistic,
Everybody,
y'all. Like,
everybody loses from time to time.
like seriously, that's not realistic. Basketball don't even work like that. Like,
Nathan, it wasn't gonna happen, brother. It wasn't gonna happen.
Oh,
yeah, the Cooper Cam Boozer same team, not gonna happen, dude. Wouldn't happen.
We owe Cooper like some a gift for reclassifying.
in a big way, in a big way, in a big way. Yeah. So all the other teams are more likely to win Coach of the Year than Shire. I don't care whether he wins Coach of the Year as long as Duke wins the ACC.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah. Me too.
I mean, like Coach of the Year, they were picked preseason to win the ACC. If he wins the ACC, he has met expectation. Even though I know he's exceeded them, like depending on if they only lose one game. I mean, my God. But like I think Duke has to win the ACC by multiple games for John to win Coach of the Year. And I think that's probably a bit of a tough call. But you never know. Could happen. But yeah.
This comment that Monty said, I actually disagree with it, and I can understand what you're saying, but tough games, not that you ignore your flaws, but I think that most coaches will take a tough loss, and that will just make you pay that much attention to the details. You'll go back and film study and be like, you see this box out we missed right here? That's the difference in the game. You see this closeout that we didn't get right here when we needed it? That could have been the difference in the game. Like, so I mean,
if you get blown out, it's burn the tape. If
yes,
you get blown
exactly.
out, it
Once
wasn't
you
our
lose, it makes you focus on the little things because you think like everybody, all the Duke players, as fans, we're gonna be thinking all night, like, bro, if Don, like you said it, I didn't even think about it. If Don made foot wouldn't have been on the line, everything changes at the end of that game. Like it's stuff like that that makes you like go back to the drawing board in a close game. Like, so I get what you were saying, but no, it's actually you pay close attention to the details when you lose tough games. You know what I mean?
All right, let me go next caller, Kale. Got a couple more.
Yo, what's up, crazy guys? Love you, boys. Just want to put that out there.
Love you too.
But my point is, everyone always talks about Shire's losses being Duke teams crumbling or they lose it in the end. And all I'm gonna say is, would people rather lose in other ways? Would they rather lose by getting out coached an entire game, or would they rather just get beat down from the start and get blown out? All I'm going to say is that if it takes Duke teams beating themselves and choking to lose games, man, I'll take that over anything else any other time. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Maybe I'm missing something here.
No, you're not missing anything.
Perfect. That call came in perfectly.
Good timing. We shouldn't have talked so much before the call. We should have just let.
Yeah, I know. We should just wait to call because we already hit that. We appreciate you though.
That call was perfect, bro. That's what's up.
Let me go to the next one, Taylor.
I hope it's a 3-game year, Drew.
Shout out to Taylor. Russ. Taylor came to our meetup.
Oh, shout out.
Man, first and foremost, appreciate you guys and everything you guys do for us. Man, I'll be real. I'm not as angry as I normally would be after losing to UNC. I just feel like this was one of those weird losses that happens in a rivalry like series. You know, in what world and what I've never really, I don't think, seen a college basketball game that has one foul in a half, especially when a team is dominating. But you know, I don't like complaining about refs. There's a lot of things that could have been done, this, that, and the third. But I want to say I don't feel like we should make a big thing out of this. There are a lot of things that we could fix, do better, you know, go moving forward that we could probably take from this. But let's not make it an indictment on John or anything like that, right? But we are still 21-2, 10-1 in the ACC, and we get to see them again at the end of March. Let's just make it a bloodbath, all right? So at the end of the day, let's go do.
Good call, man. We ending off pretty good, man. I like this.
I love that we have a lot of us sane fans.
Yeah,
I think
man.
maybe that's the fans we attract.
We try to cultivate that. We try to cultivate
Yeah.
I want to answer Drew's question. We lost by 5 to Kentucky, 3 to Kansas last year, 6 to Clemson, 3 to Houston, and then by 1 to Texas Tech, 3 to UNC. So it would be at Little John by 6 in the last 2 years. It'd be the worst loss we've taken. And then before that would have been even the year before. I mean, unfortunately, it would have been the NC State game.
State game. That's what I was thinking about.
That's the only. I'm gonna look back at 2023. Oh no, the Purdue game. Fuck,
we got to be like 30.
Yeah, there were a couple of games that got blown out the first season, but in the last 3 years, we've only lost one game by double digits, and that was the NC State
Purdue game. That was in the PK, right? In the PK.
Yeah. I was in the house. I had good seats.
Oh, you was at the game?
I was there. I was on the floor for the Xavier game, and a lot of people sent me messages saying they saw me on TV.
Oh, that's
and then I was a couple rows higher for Purdue because it was just a little harder to get those seats.
Yeah.
But I was still close enough that I saw how big Zach Edey was before the game, and I was like, "Uh-oh, this guy is big, dude."
That was
we got smacked by Purdue.
That was one of our weaker Duke teams in a while.
But that Duke team finished so strong. We just we kind of overachieved towards.
But even 2024, we lost one double-digit game that whole season, and it was at the very end of the year.
Yeah.
On a wild DJ Burns performance. You know what I mean? Like, so in the last 3 seasons, they only lose one game, double digits. And frankly, this year, I mean, we're like 2 shots away, like 2.5 shots away, right, from being undefeated. I mean, like, I'm just not that mad about it, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Malik. We got Malik up next.
What's up, fellas? Love the show. Long time listener, first time caller. Yeah, bro, it's just upsetting watching how we lost those, few games that we lost. Being up so big and getting walked down in the second half. That's no fun to watch. I just feel like it's the play style outside at times with these big leads. A lot of the times I see other guys, inbounding the ball slow and all that, which I'm for when the moment calls for it. But you can't do that 15 minutes left in the second half, 12 minutes left in the second half when the other team is, getting layups, playing fast, hitting threes. Well, they hit a couple threes and, the one that mattered they made at the end. But yeah, man, I just wanted to, make my call and tell you guys I appreciate the show.
Appreciate you, Malik. I think what you're I think what he's referring to is, I think he's saying like Duke is kind of just trying to sit on the ball, run out the clock the second half more so than playing aggressive, which I disagree. I think Duke actually, yeah, I tweeted it too. Duke was just better at a slower pace today, and UNC started making a run when they started speeding up the game and getting out in transition and playing quick. There was even a situation. Caleb, someone hit a 3 on our side or a big bucket, and then Caleb Wilson got the ball 3 seconds later, like traditional Carolina, had a layup at the rim. Like, Carolina wants to play fast, and they're probably best playing fast as possible. I think we just had to play slow, like, for us to win this game. I don't know. Russ is the Temple guy.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at the tempos on the season, okay? Because I remember there was a comment that Shire made recently where he talked about adjusting because he thought that shooting more threes than twos and going fast instead of slow maybe wasn't serving the team, and so then he adjusted. And I mean, you can see a very stark difference when you look at the possession count over the course of the season. Since SMU, we have never played a game more than at 70 or more possessions. And before that, I mean, outside of the Florida Michigan State games, the Kansas Niagara game, the Texas game, which again, that's 5 games, 4 of which were some of our tougher competition over the course of the season, all 4 of which we won. This was the first game that we lost all year that was under 70 possessions. And frankly, the Florida game notwithstanding, because that was really close, this was the first game that wasn't we're playing really badly. You know what I mean? The Georgia Tech game, the Florida State game, the SMU game without Boopy, right? The Lipscomb first half, those were fast pace, and then, faster paced anyway. And so I think they're right to be making the shift that they're making. And we've sort of seen last year notwithstanding, and again, last year is just going to be an exception historically for everything. I think that Shire prefers a slower tempo generally. I think that it allows him to run what he's really good at running. I think it allows him to control things. It allows his players to control things. I think that especially when you're younger, there's a chance that you might be more turnover prone the more fast you go, or your shot selection might be a little dicier the faster you go. There's a general school of thought that if you have more talent, you want more possessions, but that also assumes that your shots are still going to be the same caliber in both situations and that your turnover rate is going to be the same in both tempos. I kind of just maybe think that Shire is a slower tempo guy. And I just don't think that today we lost because of the slow tempo. I think we played the exact tempo that we want to play against UNC. We just happened to lose, that's the whole thing. So I expect this to remain throughout the course of the season. I think we're going to continue to do this.
Yeah.
What you guys, Jamahl?
I mean, yeah, as far as the tempo is what it is. We are a little bit more deliberate in the way we attack on offense, and that's for good reason. But I mean, just kind of like how you said, the way that the game shifted, I felt like once Carolina tried, because that's generally how they play. And honestly, when you are the least talented team, which they are, that's the way you got to win. You just kind of have to just get out and you rarely ever want to face a defense as good as ours in the half court. And so, I mean, them trying to get out and get open. But I don't even know, what do y'all, how many fast break points they have? I don't even really think they killed us in transition like that. I don't even really think it was that. Lopsided.
I'd have to look it up, but.
Oh, wait, no. Duke had 2. UNC had 6 today.
Yeah, so they didn't even really kill us in transition like that.
I think it was all in the second half.
We didn't turn the ball over crazy. I mean, I think I was going to tweet pre-game, and I'm glad I didn't, because otherwise I'd be hearing it a little bit. But I was going to say, if we get between 8 and 9 threes and we turn the ball over fewer than 8 times, we are definitely winning this game. I was going to tweet.
We should have won because
and we turned the ball over 8 times on the nose, and then we had 7 threes.
Yeah.
So technically, I was right, but also that just goes to show we more or less played exactly how I would have wanted us to play, with the slightest disparity. Because again, in my world, Pat's playing more than 16 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So I think we would have won anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm with you on that, man. I mean, like I said, credit to them, bro. Everything that we did or didn't do, despite everything that went wrong, I keep coming back to this. What you want is just an all game. Basketball is funny like that. You just never really know. Like he was saying, nobody came into this game, even though we kind of joked. I said it on the show, Pat could be the guy to get in foul trouble. Nobody plans for that. You don't really plan for stuff like that to happen. You know what I mean? And so with everything that went against us, all you can ask for is to still have the opportunity to win the game. We had it, bro. We had the opportunity to win the game. So, such is life. Such is life.
This guy. I was about to mark Whatever. How do Carolina fans actually expect them to win? Whatever. It is what it is. Let them celebrate how they want to win. We'll get them back. We'll get them back. Part two. Malik had a part two to that question. So I just want to see what he said.
Oh yeah. And what am I hearing about, us being in the run for Caleb Wilson and then we just stopped talking?
Oh my gosh,
Not
bro.
true.
I guarantee. All right,
Not
you know
true.
what? I don't want to disrespect, bro,
Oh
because I don't mean to react
god.
like that. Because I mean, he genuinely asking the question because a lot of this stuff people don't hear. I don't expect for everybody to be as tapped into the recruiting trail as I am. I know it's kind of weird to like just sit in one like and study what high school guys are doing, the decision they making, but that's how recruiting goes though. Like,
It's
Duke will
normal.
talk to a lot of guys and then stop talking to him. He isn't the first guy. Like you talk to all of the top players, you go out, question them, you realize maybe he's not quite the fit. Let's move on. Like that's a normal part of recruiting, bro.
They
Like
got Cam Boozer.
this is getting blown
At
out of
the end of it,
proportion.
they can't play together on the floor, man.
They got
And let me
Cam
ask
Boozer.
y'all
What's
this: would any of
heck?
y'all trade Caleb Wilson for Cam Boozer? That's a Duke fan.
No.
None of
No.
No, of
y'all
course
would.
not. Of course not. If and frankly, we wouldn't have also gone after him the year before if with Cooper Flag there, right? Like now, if he was in the next class, I think we would have stayed in contact. You know what I mean? Like, but even then we got Cam Williams. Like there's levels to it, right? There's layers to it, and what matters more than anything else is not about whether you're a good prospect or not. He's a very good prospect. He's a very good player.
Elite.
Yeah, I mean, like he's clearly a top 4 pick in the next draft. Like he did himself very well tonight. He did himself favors.
Oh yeah.
But like I just kind of think like I don't want to get myself in trouble, but like I feel, but I'm gonna hear, but here I go anyway. I feel like after every game or before every game, and maybe you guys feel different, but I feel like there's some story about like, him saying that he was slighted in some way by somebody.
It really is.
It's a nasty stick at this point.
Am I wrong?
No,
Like
you're not.
it feels like some like Steve Buscemi and Billy Madison shit. You know what I mean? Like it feels
but
like
for real, bro, that
he's got a
storyline
list.
had
He's got a list on his wall, and he's
they did
crossing
the
them
whole
out.
thing on game day to day, making them show his screensavers on the phone. Like it's I mean,
like, come on, bro. Like,
on,
just
bro.
keep it to yourself at this point. Just keep it to
Like-
yourself. Like,
But
we know you.
or do what you got to do, because you know what? Hey, you won the game tonight. You made some incredible shots that again I thought we defended quite well. So I mean, like, hey,
that's what it is. It's
what it is.
performative. Hey, but if it works
is
for you,
performative.
if it works for him and to cook like tonight, go ahead, bro. But like at some point, bro, like the media has to stop putting this on the freaking screen. Oh my goodness! Like,
Well, I mean, when
ESPN
he gets to the next level, they will, right? Because like if he like every game that he plays in the NBA, he's like, the Rockets didn't draft me, and so I got like they're not getting like people are gonna be like, okay, like who cares?
I mean, but that, like
You're an
honestly,
adult.
this is what upsets me about it. Well, and I get it. I know if I was a UNC fan listening, I'd be like, y'all shut up because y'all just upset. Like, but every basketball player is like this. Y'all do realize that every basketball player thinks that they're
For
the
sure.
next best thing since Mike. And if you don't think that I'm the next best thing since Mike, then I'm writing your name on this list, and when we play your team, I'm gonna take it on you. They all
Yeah.
Draymond Green
Agent
can tell you
Zero.
every
Agent
team that
Zero.
got really. Like it's like that, bro. Like Draymond Green, one of them guys. He'll tell you everybody that got drafted ahead of him. Like, so what? All basketball players are like this, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, ultimately also the ends justify the means. If you just keep winning, you can say whatever you want. Like Draymond Green's going to be probably in the Hall of Fame one day, right?
No, not probably. He is.
Yeah. So like whatever he had to tell himself over the course of the entirety of his career, it worked, right?
Yeah.
So if Caleb Wilson one day is sitting there and he's in the Hall of Fame, like ages and ages down the line, which would make him the first UNC All-Star since before the year 2000. So like I think that would be incredible for him. I mean, like again, he's a hell of a player, but like I'm just saying. I think that he knows. I think he knows
Yeah.
that like Duke was going to pick the son of a championship player who is also the top prospect in the class who plays the same position as him. I mean, like I think he understands that. If he wants to wear that as a slight, that's fine. I mean, like
Yeah.
again, that's your prerogative. Seriously, genuinely. I've got people who have said no to me before who I take a little mental note. I understand, right? But like does it need to be a Yahoo Sports article every time? Sure.
My mama
Maybe.
is some no.
No.
I don't know.
No. So,
Nah,
He's a
bro,
hell of
for
a player,
real.
though. Seriously, he's a hell of a player.
listen, we are going to finish these calls. So I know someone said, you guys are still on here. Y'all still on here. No way. We're
Well,
gonna
we
get through
do need
this.
to we need to get to it. Otherwise, I gotta go.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up. We got a couple more though. We're gonna finish these calls. It might be the longest episode in Crazy Cast history, but this is what y'all asked for. Don B knowing. I know you asked
Only
him.
UNC fans are listening right now.
Look, this game does not move me one bit. We understood the agenda that was being pushed all week. Instant classic loading, Caleb Wilson and Duke this. Just a bunch of bullshit was being announced during this whole week. We understood what was happening. The ACC and ESPN has done a nasty work, and it really just showed tonight. I'm not moved one bit by this. We gonna get right. We got them coming back to the crib March 7th, and we gonna show them what the fuck it's really about.
Oh
My fault
yeah.
for the cussing, but y'all enjoy y'all's night. Stay easy. Enjoy the Super Bowl. For real, take care.
Thanks, Dom. Thanks, Dom. Appreciate you,
Good,
bro.
yeah, good call, Dom. Wait, I gotta bring this up. The Mark commenting did we expect Nick to be this unplayable? He thought he'd be a less developed con. And Monty saying making comparisons based on skin colors.
oh,
Monty
oh
got me on
man.
that one. That
Oh
was
man.
good. That was
Yeah,
good.
that was.
You
Yeah,
don't even
I
you don't need to
agree.
elaborate on that, Paul. Yeah.
No
I'm just
need.
gonna speak.
No need.
Let me just speed
I'm with you.
through these.
Yep.
Hey guys, tough loss with the rivalry, but I have to ask, although it's only been a handful of them, with these blown leads in big games, is it the
Cut
other
him
team
off.
just
Cut him
balling,
off.
Cut it.
or
Cut him
is it
off.
something?
Cut it.
You're done. You're done. We've addressed it. We're moving on.
Cut it.
David, next caller.
Hey y'all, I'm not super disappointed in this loss to be honest, other than it just being one. I think we were still way better as a team, and I loved what I saw from Sar and Caleb, to be honest. But my question to y'all is, what do you guys think is the next step for this team to really reach their max potential? And also, who do you guys think are the other teams that could be dangerous title contenders?
What's the next step for this team to reach their
Honestly, the
max
only thing that this
potential?
team is missing is consistent shooting.
Hmm.
Everything else for me has been fine. It's been right along with what I thought it would be before the season started. The only thing that hasn't come to fruition that I thought would be us being, and we're technically we're like what probably like 31, 32%. Like we're not maybe a little bit higher than that as a team. I
No,
don't
we
think
are
we're
bad. We are a bad shooting team.
like I mean like by the numbers like it you would think it would be worse than what we are though. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just by the optics. We know what we're watching, and it's just like this ain't it. This ain't it.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean? But honestly, that is it for me. Like that.
I agree.
If we
I
got
agree with
that we're good.
I forget. Zion, our man Marshall posted something about this today in the old Discord, but like
that.
the number of games where we have shot better than like 35% this year is pretty low. It's lower than the number of times we shot less than 30%. Normally, we're shooting 35% or worse on the notable majority of the games that we have played so far this
Shout out
season.
Monty.
Obviously, shooting 32% in ACC play from three so far this season. So I kind of think this is. I don't think we need to develop consistency shooting threes. We are consistent. We're just not consistently very good.
Considerably good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we need to shoot better. We need to shoot better from three.
Yes, sir.
Like
Yeah.
if we were
Yes,
shooting
sir.
if we shot 35% from three, I think we're in great shape.
Yeah.
I think we're in great shape. We shoot 35% from three. But if we're shooting 32, that's
We're
a
very
problem.
beatable.
But that's what
Very
they say.
Yeah,
Like
beatable.
Monty said, we 34 right now, which I like. That's
we're
really not
34
that
on the
bad,
season. We're
bro.
34 on the season, but it's just in ACC play, it's
Yeah.
It's been bad. Yeah. Meaning like in more competitive games, it's been
Yeah.
yeah.
bad.
If we could turn that around, I think that would be like the next step in us elevating to like. I mean, we still like one of the upper echelon teams as far as in comparison to other championship contenders.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I'll
My
take
my
it.
challenge my challenge will be to Pat. Okay, here's what I would say to that because I think that's a good question, and I am gonna throw this to Pat. Okay, because Pat right now, I know that I know they released the like defensive player of the year finalist list or whatever, and it was Cam Boozer and Malik Brown.
Mm,
By the numbers, by the on-off splits, and by everything else, our best two defenders this season have been Dame Sar and Pat. Okay.
right.
Now there have been a couple of games, very, very few, but a couple of games where Pat has seemingly lost his cool, right? Where Pat has committed a couple of fouls that just seemed like he was frustrated. Maybe, and I don't want to like I don't want to imply that there's an emotion behind it. Maybe it's just that. Maybe that's just how it seems at home. But it
Mm,
seems like in the Louisville game, right, where he had some struggles in this game and a couple other spots where he got frustrated and then committed a foul or two that we did not need. That obviously today I think ended up being costly. I think as it pertains to the next step, if we're looking to like what leads us to win a title, we need Pat to be able to play like 28 plus minutes every single game without exception. Unless it's a matchup thing in which or Malik's playing better, in which case we can choose to make that shift. But today was a game where we needed Pat on the floor more and we didn't have him. And so I want to see Pat be the third best player on the floor, or a top three player on the floor
right.
every game, right?
Right.
I'm
I
with
think
that. I'm with that.
that's big, big key. I think Dame, we know what we're going to get from Dame. We got more from Dame tonight, right? But I think even if we get like median Dame, we're in great shape. Median Pat needs to be on the floor for like 28 minutes if we need that or more, right? Like because we're going to see some teams that are big in the. We're going to see Florida. We're going to see Arizona. We're going to see Michigan. We're going to see, some of these teams with some notable size, and to the other question about, the title contenders, Arizona, Michigan, up there with us, obviously, Illinois, maybe. I think that
They
Duke
lost
does.
today too.
Illinois
Illinois
did.
and
Did
UConn.
Michigan State
Yeah,
win?
Illinois
Oh
lost.
wow! When I was watching, Illinois was winning, so that's cool. Yeah,
UConn lost yesterday.
I think that it's going to be really, really hard to score inside on Arizona and Michigan, and so I think Duke is going to need to make some threes, and I think they're going to need to move. Either that or they're going to need to draw the defenders out and find ways of getting like some of the cuts that we got in the first half of this sort of game today. So
Which
what does that look
we get those almost every single game.
until the
We
second half of today?
like yeah,
Where we didn't get as many of them, right? Like
yeah.
so,
Second half
and
was
I think if Duke just makes one or two more threes in the second half, we
Yep.
probably get more of those looks, right? So it's that small little adjustment, like 32 to 35%, a little more Pat, and then all of a sudden we're a team that I feel exceedingly good about instead of just quite good, which is how I feel right now.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I would say Arizona, Michigan. I'm leaving it at that.
I
Maybe
would
Houston.
I
Maybe
would put
Houston.
UConn in it too. I would honestly.
I don't believe in UConn. I'm
On
very
Ken Palm,
anti-UConn.
Arizona, Michigan, and Duke are by far the top three teams. Illinois fourth, followed by Iowa State, Florida, Houston, Connecticut.
Florida, I might still have some stock in, but I don't know.
I never gave up the stock.
Florida's
Florida. I knew
climbing.
what it was going to be.
Yeah,
I knew it was
Florida's
going to be with
climbing.
Florida. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
like
no joke.
It's gonna be interesting, man, especially with that Michigan matchup coming, because like you said, it's gonna be really hard for us to score inside because of their overall length. I just honestly just I would really like be upset and not upset, but like concerned for that matchup, not just that matchup, but matchups like that going forward in the tournament if I didn't see the Florida game. We didn't shoot well at all in the Florida game. Now they didn't shoot well at all either, but that's what makes Duke what they are. Typically, you don't shoot well against this Duke team. So I don't know. I saw us in a position where we played against a really big and experienced front court. And we held our own. We did more than hold our own in a game where we didn't really shoot well. I think with shooting is one of them things that, like, just like Duke, just like Michigan, just like Arizona, those three teams, if they get hot from the 3-point line, you have zero chance. You have zero chance to be either one of those teams. You know what I mean?
That matchup will be very interesting. Michigan matchup.
UNC is a top 5 2-point percentage defense in the country. Michigan number 2, Arizona number 3. Right? Like it is very clear what their strategy is, and it's going to be we're going to dissuade you from scoring at the rim. Duke did pretty well scoring at the rim. It was scoring in the paint that was the problem. One for 16 scoring in the paint today. Now, again, a lot of those through contact. But in the tournament, Michigan and Arizona, the neutral Michigan, we're going to have to play through some contact.
We are. That's a physical team. That's a physical team right there. And Arizona is too. They're a physical team as well. I just think like this team has shown enough that you are concerned. I'm not gonna act like I'm not concerned by the lack of consistency from the 3-point line or the lack of good shooting consistency. Because we, like you said, we've been consistently bad.
The lack of good shooting, period, from the 3-point line.
I'm not as concerned about it and that being in us being able to not get to what we do best in tournament settings because we've gotten to what we do best against some of the best teams at that.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty confident.
We'll have the best player on the floor in a lot of those games.
Yeah.
So
all those games.
Yeah. He's going to win the National Player of the Year. But I just meant in terms of the people who might be like, oh, if you play Kansas with Darren Peterson, or oh, if you play, sure, but like basically any matchup with very, very few exceptions, there's no argument that we will have the best player on the floor. So then
that's true.
All right. The last call we are entertaining is anonymous. I just want to see what you say.
Oh God.
I'm honestly not too concerned about the loss.
Okay.
Duke was up the whole game. They played better for the most part. Duke had a lot of foul trouble. A couple calls didn't go our way. Buzzer beater. Home game at UNC. I think a lot of people complaining just don't understand what this rivalry is. All good. Duke's got their number next time.
Great call to end right there.
Shout out to you, Anonymous.
I was worried.
I thought it was gonna be one of these UNC fans because we still have 140 people watching. I'm assuming half of them are UNC fans, just trying to revel in this. But
I was waiting for the Baba Booey. I was waiting for a Baba Booey.
Oh man, Tech man, you are just gonna have to watch this show from the start because it seems like you came in just recently. We've had 2 hours of talking about blown leads.
I think Techman's on our side. I think he's on our side.
Oh, he's defending us. Okay.
Yeah. I think he's with us.
My bad. I was scrolling. Heel fan here. Crazy game. Tough loss. You'll have a better team.
Read that.
Oh yeah. Let me read that for the audio people. For the people on audio. Heel fan here. Crazy game. Tough loss. Y'all have the better team and may well win a natty this year. We sure do hate each other, but a wonderful rivalry. See you in Cameron. And you get an applause too. I don't know who you are.
Good base UNC fan. Look, I've gotten in trouble on this show before, Zion, as you know, or at least on social media, where I've said we have no other rival. There are no other rivalries. There is no other rivalry. Maryland fans want to claim it. Virginia fans want to claim it. whoever else, Kentucky fan, whatever they all want to claim it. It doesn't matter. None of them matter. The only one that matters is this one. That's why it hurts when you lose.
Yeah.
You know, even when you lose a game that I thought we played quite well, because this is the only one that matters. It really, really is. And, you know, it's like, as Wes Mantooth famously said in Anchorman, I hate you, but damn it, do I respect you.
I don't know the reference, but hey, fire.
You know Anchorman? You don't know the movie Anchorman?
No,
Oh, wow.
nope. I'm not a movie connoisseur. Only for Marvel. So sorry.
Oh my God! All right, everybody needs to flood Zion's mentions with Anchorman quotes, Anchorman clips.
Yeah, you gotta watch that movie. That
Tweet
movie
hashtag Zion doesn't know it. Tweet hashtag I'm Zion question mark. That's a good reference that Zion's not going to get because he doesn't know the movie.
Oh, hey man, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I will say this game did remind me
I don't know
of
what that is. This is insane.
no, I don't know what that is, man. It's not. It's not Remember the
crazy.
Titans. It's not.
This
Marvel.
is the craziest piece of this entire 2-hour podcast.
I don't
I'll
care.
tell you that right now.
I don't care, bro.
He doesn't know Anchorman, bro.
I will say this game reminded me of the game we won in Chapel Hill with Grayson Allen and Brandon Ingram, where we were pretty much losing that whole game and just randomly pulled it out in the end. This is just what happens in the rivalry.
I feel like I jinxed Duke, bro. I really do.
it just happens in the rivalry, man. This is what it is. You know, the craziest endings. The better team doesn't always win. And that's happened tonight, you know. So we'll be all right. Two losses, 21-2. We're still first place in the ACC. We still control our own destiny. I know Monty asked about the ACC. We still beat UVA and Clemson at home, and we're fine. And beat North Carolina at home, we're fine. You know,
UNC cannot catch us, y'all. Like they're out. If we beat Clemson, we got the conference.
Yeah, we play Clemson next week too.
Yes,
so, you know,
we got the conference if we beat Clemson.
We will be fine. And I don't know if they even won today. They played California.
Yeah, they won. They was up by like 20 when I seen. Let me see. I don't know if they finished it up.
Okay, shout out to them. We'll take care of them next week.
Yeah,
but you know it happens. We'll be all right. We didn't address the charge call. That tweet is taking off for some reason. Now it has 400 retweets and 1,000 likes from me. I just thought it was a bad call.
It was.
I just said LOL.
It was.
like he had a full steam ahead, and I saw a little shoulder dip, created separation. Cam was in position. Looked like a charge to me, but now all these basketball fans and UNC fans are in my comments saying he wasn't set. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Whatever.
That's just
but
loud.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll be back maybe next week. This was a 2-hour and 15-minute podcast.
You went strong, bro.
This should fill you guys up for the week. You'll be good.
You'll be good, bro. It's still go to hell, Carolina. By the way, I don't give a damn if we lost or not.
It's always go to hell, Carolina.
Still go to hell, Carolina.
We do. The pressure is on us now. I saw all the people say the pressure was on Duke tonight. It's not true. The pressure was on Carolina. Now the pressure's on us. We gotta take care of business at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Oh, we will. We will. I'm confident. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Wendell Carter was
for real. Shout out to Monty, bro. Monty the GOAT, bro.
Yeah, Monty, man. Monty's
the
our
GOAT in the chat,
we might just have to bring on Monty at some point this season, Russ, because Monty is here from minute one. He's there before the show to the end of the show. Like Monty, you a real one, brother. We got to bring you on at some point. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll be back soon. Don't get too down about this loss. Duke is still fine, you know. But appreciate my guys Jamahl and Russ for hanging in on this long episode.
No doubt.
We'll catch y'all soon. No Duke.